I'm Sharky Jones, and we're drinking at Moe's.
This is Drinkin at Demos, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's all so mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Moe's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Moe's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Moe's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome Drinking at Moe's. You know the drill. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good shit everybody always says, because YouTube's algorithm continues to be a pain in my ass. Probably just about everybody, really. Don't forget about the audio platforms. Today, I'm excited to have with me somebody making their debut match here shortly for my friends at Island Pro Wrestling at Snow Mercy in, conveniently enough, a unsanctioned street fight. Sharky Jones, how you doing?
Not too bad, man. How's it going, Mo?
Oh, I can't complain too much. I've been excited with the response from the Snow Mercy preview episode. So to get to talk to another person that's going to be on the card, just mention even better. And not very often do I get to say that I'm getting to talk to somebody making their debut match, like before it happens.
It's pretty exciting for me. The last like 6 to 8 weeks, I've been grinding in the ring 2 to 3 times a week, training, putting in as much work as I can to kind of get prepared for this. Because as you've probably seen with all the promos and stuff that we've put out, I had the zero experience going into this. I'm walking in with nothing, so I had to come in, put in some work, just kind of get used to the paces, and that's where we're at. We're coming up.
Yeah, I mean, of all the match types that you can have for a debut match, you're jumping head on in with an unsanctioned street fight. Like anything goes in there, and I'm a big fan of like the hardcore deathmatch style sort of stuff. And unsanctioned street fights, words are hard, and I haven't even drank that much today. But those types of matches, they can get crazy pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, the reason I wanted to go with that as a format is like there's obviously disparity between myself and Demonic. Like he's wrestled for years and I'm just getting into it. So I thought it would be a good way to level the playing field and, get some payback for getting attacked myself in the ring.
I was hearing about that, and I'm like, wow, yeah, no, that would be one way to get your revenge. Oh God, just to think of all the stuff that could happen. And you mentioned doing, taking it seriously. You're getting in there, getting some training done. What has it been like? Because I know I've gotten a little bit of a taste of the training, and I was walking funny for about a week. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've heard it said from, I believe it was some pretty big name MMA fighters, that even they think that the pro wrestling training is harder than MMA training, because MMA, you're training to try to not get knocked down.
Mhm.
Pro wrestling, that's a whole lot of the training, getting knocked down, getting back up, and going right back at it.
Yeah. So like the biggest part of it, like the day one, I walked out sore. I had bruises all over my backs, and that was literally just a training session of running the ropes and doing a couple flips here and there just to kind of get some like a semblance of like, okay, this is the pace, this is how you need to coordinate yourself, this is the way you move. And the very next session, I went back in, still bruised, still sore, still hitting the ropes. And over time, you kind of build up a tolerance to that sort of thing. Like I could go out there right now, do what I did night one, and there's you learn how to protect yourself and kind of prepare yourself for those
Yeah,
positions you find yourself in. But a lot of like what you just said is training yourself to fall, doing things you expect other people to do to you, right? Like
yeah.
taking a back bump. The first one, the second one, the third one, I my head was rocked. And since then it's just been, just keeping at it, grinding like anything. The more you train, the more you put in the work,
Oh yeah,
the
and
more it
it's
comes.
always good seeing somebody coming from you know outside of the business taking it seriously, because I mean, for the longest time, uh, the celebrity sort of matches, going all the way to WWE and some of the stuff that they've done, it hasn't really been up until recently that some of those celebrity, outside of the business matches have actually been pretty good up until recently. Like recently, they've been pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
Some of them, the ones that are really taking it seriously, as much crap as I give Logan Paul, when he first started, he actually was taking this stuff seriously. Bad Bunny, another one that, like, you just go back to that match in Puerto Rico, and
Was
I,
off the chain.
I get goosebumps just thinking about that damn entrance and people,
Yep.
the way they were responding, and seeing that you're taking this seriously, putting in that good effort. I'm loving it, because up until, like I said, recently, the ones have been kind of the bathroom break matches for those that have
Yeah.
come in, the
And
like you
and, and
said.
that's the biggest part of this for me. So I'm sure I'm also a tattoo artist. Um, Getting into an industry like mine and very similar to this, like without that passion and that drive behind someone wanting to take it seriously, it's kind of like, what are you doing, man? Like, are you just doing this just to have fun, just to have a hobby on the side? Like, because there is a lot of that I see in wrestling and in tattooing. So for me, I just wanted, especially from when I started tattooing 15 years ago, I wanted to take that same energy and put it into this because I know the people I've been training with, the people that I've been working with, they've taken it seriously. They've put their lives work into it, and to create a competition for themselves is something that they don't take lightheartedly. So it means a lot to me to want to put that kind of effort into it and make it something that's not just a side gimmick or a side hustle.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I totally get you there. Now, with the type of match that you're going into, there's a, like, expect the unexpected sort of a
Mhm.
vibe here, especially with a guy such as the Demonic. Like that dude, when I had them on, they got me a little spooky. Just the way they talk in the cadence. I'm like, do I need to check my pants?
Yeah, no, I've since Terror in the Tap Room when he attacked me, and the next, a month later, me deciding to step up and challenge him, I have been terrified. I'm not gonna lie. Like the promos he's put out, accept my challenge, there's just something that doesn't feel quite right about going into it. But I think that that's where the advantage of the unexpected is on my side, you know?
Oh no, you can definitely use that to your advantage, because as much as Demonic can play those mind games, you can slip in there with something that maybe try to even catch them off guard.
Mhm.
Bring in some crazy weapon that are like, people think of unsanctioned street fights. They may not think to see a weapon of that such a level. Like,
Mhm.
for somebody like me that watches all the deathmatch stuff that I do, I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So, what is something that the fans there at Snow Mercy, what is something that they're gonna be able to expect? What can they look forward to with this to, build the anticipation for them? Because Lord knows I am looking forward to tuning into this one.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you one thing: there will be weapons. He can make no mistake about that. I'm basically bringing everything, and maybe even an actual kitchen sink. Um, there's just I have to do everything I can. There's with someone with this level of experience in ring, someone who's destroyed people, taken their souls. There's nothing that I can't not bring. Barbed wire, chains, hammers. Like I think the one thing that most people should be looking forward to is seeing me perform on a level that he doesn't expect. That's the biggest weapon I'm bringing in.
Oh yeah, no, definitely gonna prove to be one of those types that's like you don't want to go in underestimating your opponent, because I can have a feeling that you're wanting to definitely prove that you're not one to be underestimated with what you're going to be bringing that night. Which, I mean, this episode is going to be coming out after the match, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see, how our thoughts about
Mhm.
this event, how it's going to turn out. So that it's going to be fun. I'm like literally, I stumble over words sometimes, and I'm stumbling over it now,
Yeah,
thinking of how excited I am to
that
see
that's
how
what
this.
the excitement will do to you. It's doing it to me. Like anytime I've like started to do a promo, sat down and talked to someone, I just the nerves build up, the excitement, and you just kind of like lose your words. And I start thinking about everything that's built up to this point to kind of bring me back and kind of own me back in.
Oh yeah,
So
I can only imagine. If I were in your shoes, what would I be feeling? Because I've only ever dreamed of being like an active in-ring wrestler in a match, even on a one-off basis. So
mhm.
it's awesome you're getting to get your revenge, because most people, they only ever think about it. What would it be like if I actually were able to get my revenge on a level like that? Because this is one of those perfect ways to you can get your revenge, get physical with it, and you're not going to get in trouble for it.
Yeah, exactly. They can't suspend me. I asked for it. They approved it. He accepted it. So aside from that, it's just a matter of me realizing, for one, like you said, to not underestimate him because I know he's a monster, right?
Yeah.
Two, go into it with confidence, the fight, the same drive, the same energy that I've been putting into the training, and take all those things and snowball them into one big package for Demonic.
Oh yeah, no, and you're definitely going to need to bring that. Now, I ask some everybody this when they first come on the show. We kind of went on to some of the questions I normally ask after, but you know what? We'll go in and ask this one too, because I know you got some of your training to get to tonight, so I
Mhm.
don't want to take up too much of your time here. But one of the first things I always ask people when they first come on is, what got you started as a fan? Because you know, to actually get an opportunity like this, you're not just going to be somebody that's just coming off the street, not really knowing anything about pro wrestling. If you're going
Yeah.
to volunteer yourself for a match in a show, especially a unsanctioned street fight, you're a fan of the
Got to know what you're
sport
getting
of pro
into.
wrestling.
Mhm.
So, what got you started as a fan?
So when I was a kid, my dad, my granddad, my parents, they were watching WCW, WWF, TNA pay-per-views. And that's the only time I've ever seen it because when we were kids, we're not allowed to watch that stuff. It's bad, you know? Um, so that just snowballed as I grew up. My brothers and I, we were hardcore WWF fans. We had a trampoline. We were in there doing the flips, being the Hardy Boys, just kind of going back and forth, choke slamming each other, just exactly what you'd expect a 5 to 10 year old to do when they're a
Yeah.
wrestling fan. And then I kind of like I separated myself from it a little bit, just like going through high school. I watched it, kept up with it as much as I could, and then got out into the real world. I'm an adult, became a tattoo artist, and I re fell in love with it at the point where I started my tattooing career and just kind of, I don't know, it's like that childhood dream. I put myself out there. I asked for this and I was given the opportunity to do it. And I don't think there's anything else a 5 year old could ask for.
Oh yeah. No, that little kid growing up is probably, if you were to go back and tell them that, hey, one day you're gonna be able to
He
actually
would
get
lose
there.
his mind. He
Oh
would
man,
lose his
you're like
mind.
you're so full of shit right now.
Yeah. No, we're
Or
doing this in the trampoline. You're crazy.
oh yeah. Now, one aspect of training that I know is involved a lot is tape study and watching over different matches. Has there been anything in particular that you've watched to kind of be like, I can bring that to this unsanctioned street fight?
Yeah. Recently I watched Sting versus Abyss
Mm,
DNA match. It was an absolute heater. Um, Very heavy street fight element to it.
yeah.
Small guy versus a monster. And just
Okay.
like the energy Sting brought, the ferociousness, the fast-paced energy. Um, and then a couple like off local indie kind of like blood and guts or street fight matches, just to kind of give myself an idea of what to expect from Demonic as well, because
Oh
it's
yeah.
street fight for me, but it is also for him. So uh just that mental attitude of like never giving in to anything he tries to do, always getting back up from anything he throws at me, and just staying in the fight more than anything. Like the drive is
Oh,
the biggest thing I've taken from the films I've watched.
oh yeah. And I can only imagine. Like I've seen some of demonic stuff, and I can only imagine that there's like the in ring, the in match aspect of it that you're having to train for. But then almost, I would imagine myself having to almost psych myself out from like the entrance on, because like I've seen some of his entrances is like you watch them and you're like, that's spooky as hell.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it is terrifying. Like watching the film back from Terror in the Tap Room of him coming into the ring to attack the ring announcer Deuce. I, I had no idea what was going on. I saw this monster coming at me, going for Deuce, going back to watch some of his old matches. Just the ominousness that he brings walking down from the aprons.
Oh yeah.
It's like unparalleled in the Maritimes, I think.
Oh, I would imagine so. I know it be that way down here. Now, I understand that this match is actually going to be a part of the VIP matches, kind of the before the main card stuff. So like there is a kind of a neat aspect to it that you're getting to be a part of, setting the night off with a bang, because
Yeah.
an unsanctioned street fight as a part of that. when, you know, sometimes, and I know I brought it up to our friend here that helped set this up, that sometimes the VIP, the pre-show sort of stuff kind of goes to, you know, the the rookies, the beginners, the, you know,
Hmm.
people try to earn, air quotes, earn their weight in the main card. And, you know, so far your match and the other one that I saw, man, that's like main show quality stuff right there. You're
Yep.
getting to be a part of, you know, start the night off on a good note.
And that's, I think, what's really important about a VIP event is they're paying a premium price to come in and see. You wouldn't want to have, I don't think necessarily, from a fan perspective. I've gone to VIP matches and seen the rookies. I think it's important for the VIPs to experience something that people would want to pay money for the next time, to get that top quality, to get those main event level matches,
Oh
but
yeah.
before the main event starts. And it kind of, I think, it's going to set the pace for the night. You know, if they're two heater matches, then those next five, six matches after that, the main event crowd are
Oh
going to
yeah.
have the show of their life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The main card people are gonna be like, man, we got to top that. It's gonna be a daunting task. Lord knows, I'm gonna be making sure I'm tuning in as soon as this stuff starts. Now, to kind of round off, you know, we're doing things a little bit different for this episode. I want you to, you know, look at the camera and, you know, we'll release this before the actual event. Give your last message to the fans and to Demonic, what to expect from the Snow Mercy Unsanctioned Street Fight.
For one thing, I want the fans to know that I'm in there representing them. I'm bringing a fighting attitude as someone walking into an industry that takes years and years to get into, with as much passion as the people who are going to be watching those matches would have if they were given that same opportunity. And my last words for Demonic are that I'm ready for war. I'm bringing everything I have, and I expect nothing less from you.
Love it. Well, I know you got some important training to get to tonight.
You.
I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. It's been a
Well,
pleasure
thank you for
because,
the opportunity to come on to your show. I appreciate it very much.
yeah, you're very welcome. I know when I first heard about this match, it definitely had me intrigued. So to get to talk to you beforehand and get your perspective on all of it, it's been a blast.
Awesome, man. I'm happy I could join.
All right. Now, let's see if I have my issue with the fucking button again. I seem to always